It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Our game tonight featuring Kansas City as they go up against
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Seems like we've been here before. Yes, it is Groundhog Day. And we welcome you to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. We'll see the New Orleans Pelicans taking on Kansas City. Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. They've got Drummond. Bradley is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Favors, and it's Iguodala in at the small forward position. Screened by Nurkic. Collison kicks to Nurkic. Outside Gordon. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. That three off the mark. And it's Kansas City's ball. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Yeah, they lost the momentum, and it's a bit surprising that that one got away from them because for long stretches, they were the better team.
I was honestly shocked they let the lead go. They need to learn how to manage the clock and lead better as the season goes on.
The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
And the thing that really sticks out when you look at Derek Favors, his defensive versatility. You know, he can guard the 4s or the 5s on the inside or out. And to have a player like that, it allows your team to excel.
And here's Collison following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Collison against Irving. Collison kicks to Thompson. Shot clock at 6. This one for 3. No good that time. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And with your defense, one part's your ability. The other, though, is effort. And that one, they showed neither.
Also, they were late with their rotations. For most of the evening, gave up a lot of easy points.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Nurkic can't hit.
That's just two tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose.
Irving against Gordon. Irving misses. For Kansas City, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And Kansas City misses again. In the corner, Irving with it. Takes the 13-footer. Good, he hits the jump shot. Irving's got 5 now.
I mean, unstoppable. No matter what your defensive game plan is, Kyrie has a way to beat it.
And Cavs head coach Tyronn Lue, even as a player known for his attention, Steve, to detail.
You know, he's had skills, but I think that's how he's made it because he is one of those guys that's particular about the detail. He has a mind for the game and a passion for it. It continues to separate him now as a coach.
Now Gordon, following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Knocks it loose. There's 49 seconds left here in the first quarter. Stolen by Thompson. The feed to Collison. Passes to Nurkic. Thompson outside. Just 5 on the clock. No good, unable to end this run. Pelicans leading by 9. Iguodala, the pass to Bradley. Drummond, a screen. Bradley kicks to Irving. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. 8 points for him.
Good open look. Avery looking poised with the ball in his hands, making decisions.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself.
We expect so much out of each other.
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media, but also, perhaps the most demanding of all, are the expectations they've got for each other.
Oh, yeah. They're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from one another. And I got to tell you, it's fun to watch.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And the Pelicans have been rolling right along, haven't they?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
Yeah, it's been the defense that has them out in front. But let's see if they can sustain the intensity.
They've got Klay Thompson. Nurkic is out there with Gallinari. And there's Collison. And it's Gordon in at the two-guard spot. And for New Orleans, Andre Drummond is out there with Favors. Then there's Irving. Then there's Bradley. And it's Iguodala in at the three spot. And it's Bradley off the drive over Gordon. And it's off the back rim. No good. Kansas City trails by 12. Smitty, you watch the game closely, of course. When you look beyond the household names that we all know, who are some of the more underrated players in the league right now?
I think Jay Crowder, Kemba Walker. I think Gordon Hayward, Rodney Hood, Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Those are some of the names that jump out on the screen for me because they play the right way, they make winning plays, and I think more and more people are starting to notice them.
I like those names. And for Kansas City, Thompson is out there with Gallinari. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and there's Collison, and it's Gordon in at the two. Bradley dishes to Favors. He feeds it to Drummond. Great D that time from Nurkic. And it's Kansas City's ball. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Collison, the pass to Thompson. Over Iguodala. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Thompson.
Thompson has one of the sweetest strokes in the game.
Favors sets the pick for Irving. Favors at the elbow. Offensive rebound. Here's Drummond. Iguodala, that's a two-pointer. And at last, they get one to fall.
Good eyes by Drummond. He's working on this. Spots the open man, delivers the dime.
Nurkic a screen on Irving. Outside Gordon. The kick out to Collison. Off target with his three.
If you're trying to keep the defense honest, that's the one you really have to make. The two big things that you want from a center are rebounding and defense. Drummond can provide both. One of the best rebounders in this league. Defense, though, it can be hit or miss at times.
And certainly Drummond's such a force with his rebounding, Steve, as you mentioned, second in the league last year, and the defense is coming along as well.
And as coach said, he's improved playing away from the basket. Drummond has the athleticism to be an elite defender.
He hits the second from the line.
The 9th overall pick in 2012, Drummond qualifies as an absolute steal at that spot.
And Kansas City decides to take their first time out here. For several years, you've looked at Andre Drummond, and the first word that comes to mind is potential. He is still learning, still developing, certainly. But, you know, you wonder, Steve, if he's starting to approach the type of player he's going to be in Plateau.
You know, let's be clear. He's a great player, but people might have overshot what he could have been. Needs to play with a bit more urgency, but he's still young, and he can make another leap in his play.
Great open look there. Thompson's got 8 points in the quarter.
It's amazing. He is on fire here in the second period after going scoreless in the first.
Irving kicks to Drummond. Collison against Irving. Outside Bradley. Here's Drummond. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Drummond's got his third basket of the night right there.
2-for-1 territory, but they got to work quick.
This is where the play calling comes in. Let's see what they got.
Here's Collison. And Irving pulls it down.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And it's Iguodala missing. Kansas City trails by 9.
And quarter's almost over. You don't want to give the ball back here.
Gotta be smart about it. Even if you miss, you want to leave no time on the clock.
9 seconds left here in the second. Outside Irving. Drummond. And Drummond is right there. Drummond's got 9 points.
No, they didn't put enough body on Drummond. He has too much talent for that.
And so it's New Orleans in control with the 9-point. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime
Ernie
Show.
Johnson here. Got Shaq, got Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you back to the halftime show on 2K Sports. Things were going New Orleans' way from the beginning. Looking absolutely unstoppable off the tip, they put together a masterful 12-0 run. At the end of one, they were still firmly in control, up by 12. And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins,
The second half just about to get going here. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
I'll tell you.
Now Collison. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. Bradley is out there with Irving. Then there's Iguodala. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Favors in at the power forward. And stolen by Drummond. 4-on-3 break. Takes the 13-footer. And Drummond throws it down.
I mean, you have to be impressed by Andre's foot speed, beating several people down the floor.
Collison dishes to Nurkic. Back to Collison. Good D by Irving. New Orleans leading by 11. Bradley passes to Irving. He's looking for Drummond and finds him, and they pick up 2. 13 points in the game.
Confident scoring effort by Drummond tonight. Feels like he has everything working to his advantage.
Collison against Irving. Collison kicks to Gallinari. Gordon for 3. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Irving takes the 13-footer, and Favors gets it to go in on the assist by Irving.
A solid beginning to this second half offensively. 3 for 4 from the floor.
And Derek Favors missing about a month last season with a bone contusion in his left knee.
You know, that's why his numbers took a dip last season. Normally, he's improved year after year. Still young despite his years in the league.
Just 4 to shoot. Down low. And the basket by Gordon.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
Drummond with a screen on Nurkic. Irving attacking, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Irving's got 10.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
Time called here. Kansas City decides to talk it over. Steve, you're known for your three-point shooting, but as more and more teams look to space the floor and shoot threes, we've heard some legends, like Isaiah Thomas, for instance, complain that everyone's playing the same. What do you think about that?
You know, me and Isaiah, we've definitely talked about it, and I look at it, yes, we have some guys that's multi-talented, but everybody can't shoot threes. If you're a good guy to be able to knock down with a high percentage, shoot the three. But if you're a mid-range guy, you can still be an all-star shooting the mid-range. Play to your strength, work on that shoot threes, but I just hate when 5, 6, 7 guys, everybody's running to that line, and that's all we're seeing. You got to defend, you got to rebound, you got to block shots, you got to do other things, because that's still the way you can win the game, by doing all things, not just shoot threes.
And really, haven't the best teams in history always had guys that can do different things, a ball handler, a rebounder, a screener, a long shooter.
Yeah.
It's always a combination of all those things instead of everybody doing the same
You're
thing.
so right, Kevin. And even though we've been in this three-point era, in the last 2 or 3 years, rebounding the basketball and defending still can win basketball games for you.
New Orleans leading by 15. Iguodala wide open. Off target from outside. For Kansas City, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And it's Gallinari missing. The Pelicans have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Irving for 3. Rebounded by Kansas City. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
They just seem to match up very well whenever they play these guys. You can tell they have a ton of confidence.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
That's the modern day NBA. Complain about the call and hope the next one goes your way.
It's Bradley on the wing. A baseline J. It doesn't go for him. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans. Their lead at 15 going into the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Right back after this break. Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Pelicans leading by 15. They've got Gallinari. Collison is out there with Gordon. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. Iguodala against Gallinari. Outside Irving. Back to Iguodala from deep. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Iguodala's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Pelicans. And Kansas City shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. The screen from Thompson. Gordon dishes to Nurkic. The kick out to Collison. Shot clock at 5. With a step back and the basket by Gordon.
You know, a good job by the defender of not getting fooled by the step back, but still got the shot to fall.
Bradley is screen on Gordon. Irving passes to Drummond. The dish now to Bradley. Stolen by Collison. And even 3-on-3 break. Gallinari on the wing. And stolen by Drummond. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Drummond sets the screen for Iguodala. The kick out to Irving. Back to Drummond. Second shot opportunity, and he sinks the layup.
Timeout.
And the Pelicans lead by 18.
Taking a hit, completing the play. Drummond with the excellent body control there.
Time called here. Kansas City decides to talk it over.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
Collison against Irving. Collison kicks to Gallinari. Nurkic a screen on Favors. Gallinari dishes to Nurkic. Good D by Drummond. New Orleans leading by 18. Outside Irving. No good that time. And Kansas City will go the other way with it. It's Thompson off the drive. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
What's amazing to me about Klay Thompson is his ability to take over a game. He just needs a few shots to drop and look out. The next thing you know, he is in unstoppable rhythm.
And Kansas City will go for a different look here. Andrew Bogut checked in for Nurkic. Bielitsa comes in for Gallinari. Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Gordon. And it's Ish Smith in for Darren Collison. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Motley, he's checked in for Favors. Young comes in for Andre Iguodala. Baker, he's checked in for Bradley. And it's Fultz in for Kyrie Irving. And with Clay's shooting ability and size, it allows him to put up huge numbers, Steve, when he's locked in. We've seen it before in the past.
You know, just looking at Clay's resume shows how dominant he can be when he's on fire. 35 points in a quarter, 60 in 3/4. One of the scariest players in the league when he's on.
It's good.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for New Orleans.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Andre Drummond.
How about the rhythm he got into tonight? Unstoppable at the offensive end. And the coach was smart. He kept calling his number. I can tell you right now, the coach loved everything about that shot except the result.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Gordon. Nurkic setting the pick for Gordon. Back to Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. Over Drummond. And Kansas City misses again. Now here's Irving. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. To come into an opponent, David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and...
Holy. I think that's the first triple Kevin Love stat line we've had. Then Avery Bradley had another one as well. 4 in 1 game. All right, 2K, make it happen. So not only did they get doubled up, they had 3 players that couldn't even score. Sub 33% shooting. Oh, good grief. Just straight up outplayed. That's much funnier. 0 points in the first. Good grief.
Still coming out.